here's the thing about most of the Pokemon market, right? Which is crazy. People, it's the vintage stuff is mostly a money play. Most of the people that are buying it, some people are
100%.
collecting it, but majority, 80% of people are money oriented. So people see the new Mega set and they're thinking, oh, dollar signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should buy the new Mega set because it's going to pump up the popularity. But it's not pumping up the popularity with the new buyers, the kids, the moms, whatever, because those people are priced out.
Exactly.
It's only pumping it to the people that are trying to make money
Amongst each other.
So it's just people stacking money on top of each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the TCG Table Podcast. My name is Alan Lee, and I am your host of the TCG Podcast here. I am also known as Pokémon Hero TCG.
The Pokemon villain in my book.
See, as you guys can see, I have two wonderful guests already on. Super awesome guests. So we're going to get to introduce them right now. So today, my guests are known for the high-end exotic inventory that they are always carrying around shows, also known for their radiant personality, their love for Gengar and Bulbasaur, as you guys can see.
Yes, sir.
All right. Please welcome today my guests, SigmaSellers, Lee and Diego.
Hello, hello.
What up, guys? How you doing? Thank you for having us.
How you guys doing?
We go as Sigma D and Sigma Lee. Nice to meet you guys.
See? Awesome personality. I can't wait to. This is going to be so much fun.
Oh, it's going to be great, dude.
It's going to be great. I've been wanting to get you guys on forever now because I was like, I'm just going to have
We've been ducking it because we're kind of nervous. We're kind of shy dudes, but, you know, like, we made it. He forced us. He dragged us in here.
Nah.
No, I'm just kidding.
You got us in with the rice one.
Yeah, I held you hostage with your.
They baited us with Panda Express.
And now there's no panda.
Right. All right. Well, let's get right into it, guys. As usual, I like to talk a little bit about how we met. But interestingly enough, I actually don't have like a particular interaction of how we met. I do have one interaction where I remember, but I want to see if you guys have any recollection of how we actually met and when.
So I have mine definitely down, and it has to do with that statue right there. But do you remember how we met?
I personally don't. I
'Cause
think I forget.
My interaction with Alan was, I think it was at LA Card X or LA Card Fest or something like that. I was just walking around doing my, survey of the floor, looking for all those under-stickered cards, you know what I'm saying? And he had a cool statue. And this dude just like brought out his sick like salesman tactics and just sold me on the statue. And I was like, damn, that's so cool. And I had to get it. And now I have one of those right there on my desk with all the gifts that people give me and stuff. And it's a great part of my collection. But that's how I remember you.
I remember you bringing it back to the table, like at a show. I was like, yeah, that is sick. And I didn't know it came from you. So that's that's fire.
It did. And my memory of that, besides that, was, I think, front row Pasadena. Not the one that just went past.
Of course.
But the one before it.
Yeah.
And I think I was like, I needed like $10 or $20. And I came to you, I was like, hey, can I like Venmo you? Like, can you give me cash?
That
You're
was
like,
it?
yeah, I'll do it. I was like, whatever. Yeah. I was like, sweet. This man is awesome. So,
That's silly. Yeah, I don't remember that. That's just a blip. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. So I used you for money laundering, you know?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So, yeah. I would love to get to know you guys a little bit better for the next hour. Let's start with your name, SigmaSeller. What does it stand for? What are you guys in the Pokemon market? What do you want to be known for?
So SigmaSellers is as simple as it sounds. We're SigmaSellers, We kind of came up with the name. We were just kind of throwing names out for an Instagram page we wanted to start to show off our collection. Nothing really stuck until Lee said SigmaSellers. And I was like, bro,
We were just spitballing.
we're not gonna name ourselves SigmaSellers. That's too ridiculous. Like no one's gonna take ours seriously.
For all the old heads out there, Sigma is a very meme-worthy term at this point. Patrick Bateman, Brazilian funk, like dance music, like overly edited things on Instagram. Like that's all part of like the Sigma thing. And I just thought, SigmaSellers, it kind of had a ring to it. And originally, it was a joke, but I was like, I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I was against it for a little bit, and then I just couldn't get it out of my head. I was just thinking about SigmaSellers. Like, people will probably also get it stuck in their head as well, and they'll remember it. So we ran it, SigmaSellers.
Yeah, it's a goofy name. It's a fun name. And it kind of like, it ties into our youth
Yeah.
the aspect of our branding. So I think it worked really well. And I'm happy we made it SigmaSellers. I am.
Awesome.
Super good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. No, I think you guys definitely have like again, as I mentioned, radiant personality, right? Yeah. Known for the tongue thing. If you guys ever seen the Instagram video, man, Lee is like popular for that, right?
Yeah, I love that.
So that's really cool, right? I would love to learn a little bit more how you guys got into Pokemon. I know we spoke just a little bit. I got a little preview, but I'm sure people wants to hear your backstory
course.
and how you guys ended up here.
So why don't I start? Because it kind of like ties into, because you kind of tie it like in the middle of where it begins. You know what I
Trust
mean?
me. Let me go, and then it makes sense.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So I've been doing Pokemon in terms of like just collecting since I was in elementary school. Like I've loved Pokemon like basically all my life.
Yeah.
And back when I was younger, I didn't really have anybody to collect with. I was just collecting by myself. I was ripping packs. You know, every single time that I could, either like a birthday party or like Christmas, I would ask for Pokemon cards, and I built up like my singles collection, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really have anybody to showcase it with. After I met Lee, like probably a couple years after we met, randomly, I get a call. It's Lee. I pick up and he's like, dude, you'll never believe it. I just got paid in Pokemon cards.
So you want me to go take? All right. So long story short, my start off as an entrepreneur, I trained a lot of jiu-jitsu, became an instructor, bought half the school, and then eventually bought the full school. And my partner, when he was on his exit, he was like, yo, let me have you take over my classes. I'll pay you a normal wage. And I was like, okay, sounds fair enough. And he's like, would you guys take Pokemon cards? Would you take Pokemon cards to do the teaching? And I was like, sure, like, what's it worth? I have no idea. And I asked him because I knew he had been collecting Pokemon since he was a kid. And Diego had a lot of like XY, like mid-era stuff. But he was giving me like, I think the first thing he paid me with was like a PSA 7 Charizard Unlimited.
Wow.
Okay. And he paid me, it was like a $400 card at the time. And that covered like 2 weeks worth of classes or whatever. But we agreed on that. Shout out Armand. Thank you, Armand. You're the one who got this all started. If he listens to this. But yeah, I took that as payment. And then after he realized he could do that, he kept paying me with Pokemon cards. And I'm pretty sure I got scammed a little bit too. Like I'm pretty sure like
he's like, hey, why don't you go mop the floor over here? You know?
I got like 80% cooked. You know what I mean? I got cooked.
Disinfected the floor. I know how that goes.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah.
But I got paid those. And I didn't think about like selling them. I was just like, oh, these are cool cards. You know what I mean? I don't really need the money. So I'll just keep them. And then as time went on, I got into opening packs. You know, we live in California, Irvine Spectrum right down the street.
Yep.
We just started opening. I think it was like Obsidian Flames. I don't know, in 151 at the time.
Oh, a lot of 151.
Yeah, a lot of 151. Just
A lot
going
of
to
lost
Target,
stores.
buying the freaking UPCs off the wall and stuff. Just opened them, you know, urban plates, whatever. And eventually we started trading, and that's where we really got into like the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Diego, I think, probably tried to cook me for my vintage cards, and I wanted like his like
bit.
Generations Charizard. You know, he's a good trader. I would say Diego's been, you know, a very powerful trader since the very beginning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that because I know the both of you, but like obviously like I feel like your personality is just like always in the forefront of the marketing aspect.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But now I gotta watch out for this guy.
He's the silent killer, bro.
So-
Watch out for Diego.
I kind of came up on singles, right? When I first started the hobby again, right? When I really entered, all I had was like a small amount of cash and my binder of singles. So I just kind of would post up at some trade nights we would go to because we didn't really consider ourselves vendors yet, right? We
Yeah.
would just kind of post up at trade nights. My binder there, it was a master set of XY. It was a full art master set of XY. And I would just sell singles from like that. I would do trades, as he was saying. I just kind of like do one big trade up challenge from the binder to whatever I got, or either cash or.
Wow. That's pretty awesome.
Singles was where I kind of started. And singles are great. Singles are still great. They're, in my opinion, still the best way to collect. I understand PSA slabs are like they have something special to them, like holding the slabs or whatever. Like it does have that nice and addicting feeling to it.
Yeah.
But singles are personally what I like to collect. Like that's collecting Pokemon for me.
Nice.
I'm sure we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, I do. That's actually a very interesting spawn off point for later. I do have a question about singles for you guys, but I'll come back to it.
Sounds good.
So then walk me through it, right? You guys are doing trade nights, you know, just trading with each other, just
So-
kind of as a buyer.
Yeah, back to that first trade that we did at my jiu-jitsu school when I was the owner of it, and it was just like a hobby at the time. That first trade, it took like 3 hours to negotiate. We were negotiating over like a couple dollars. I think I was trading like 5 cards for like 3 cards of his, XY full arts for vintage. You know, and we were arguing over condition, stuff like that. And that's when we really got the taste of blood and like the addiction aspect came into it. After that, my jiu-jitsu school was in Laguna Hills. He was a student at the time too. So after we would be done with classes, there's this really cool brick and mortar right down the street. I'm sure you know about it. It's TCG Treasure Chest.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's where I bought my first booster box.
Shout out Stephen Lorena. That's where we really got like addicted. Started buying singles. My girlfriend Morgan started buying singles, and then just from there, I've started building a collection. I think I opened like 3 booster boxes a week.
Wow.
Of like Lost Origin was like 140.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was a lot of booster boxes.
Oh my god, a lot of booster boxes.
Sometimes I'd be at home, like just like I got done like doing my daily stuff, either like school or whatever. I'd get back home, and Lee would just call me and be like, "Yo, you want to come over and open a booster box?" I'd be like, "All right, sure."
It was so fun, bro. We'd listen to like Animal Crossing music, and then we just like sit on my mats and like Indian style and just fucking open packs nonstop for like days and days.
The thing that really got us addicted to the hobby, and we don't really do it that much anymore, which is kind of crazy. But every single time we open a pack and we get a certain energy, we always had like a certain thing we would do. And it's kind of like ridiculous, but it builds up the hype to open up the packs.
Yeah, and this is before the inception of SigmaSellers and all that.
Yeah, before
like
all that.
Our first thing, like me and Diego, we always like to joke about like random stuff. And the first like joke that spawned out of Pokemon was we would open a pack, and it's like as if we were like streaming to people, like doing a pack opening on stream, and we'd pull the card, and it'd be like a fire energy, and we'd go.
The big one that really stuck was the fist energy.
Oh my god, the fighting energy.
Pull a fist
Fighting
energy.
energy. Yep.
Yeah, we'd open the pack, and then we'd pull the fist energy on the front, and then I'd be like, "Wait, what is this, bro?" And then I'd show Diego, and as soon as he'd look, you'd like punt fake him essentially.
Yeah.
And we that joke like stuck forever, and we started collecting
we
started collecting like old fist energies and like graded fist energies.
Full fist energies. And
Yeah,
like
I know we call it fist energy.
Yeah.
It's fighting. You know what I mean?
Hey, I got some. I gotta give to you guys then.
Oh my god, bro! Yeah,
Brings back memory.
That's a huge meme that like started our inception.
That's awesome, man.
Huge thing that started our
That's
inception.
so cool. Nice.
Our first show ever, like we were doing all this. I had a bunch of singles in a binder. Really started collecting. Our first show ever was actually LA Collecticon last year. Not vending, but just as like walkers.
walking around.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went with Armand. I went with my girlfriend. I went with Diego.
Yeah.
We all went together, and that was the show where I actually consolidated all my singles into slabs.
Wow.
And then that kind of like was the turning point for me.
Which Collecticon?
LA.
Which one? What year?
Let's see. It was
last year in April or May.
Okay.
that was last year.
Not the previous one.
2024.
Okay, because I was like, man, that would have been recent. So, okay, that makes sense.
not
That makes
recent.
sense.
But yeah, we consolidated all my singles. I didn't even consolidate my singles. I didn't even trade. I sold all my singles and then used that to buy Evo Skies booster box.
I remember those boxes were like $550, $600 back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. I went to Chum Lee's stand and I bought. There was a deal. It was like 2 Evolving Skies boxes for $1,000.
Oh.
And they were stickered at $550 individually. And I was like, okay, I'll think about it. Come back and walk around, and they were gone by then.
They're gone.
Ooh.
Luckily, I did get my box by the end of
Okay.
the show, though.
Okay.
I got my Evo Skies box, and
Got it from, I think, Ryan's Card House.
one of them, I got 2. One I got from like a random stand for like $500 or something like that. And then the other one I got from Ryan's Card House. And I still have those on my shelf.
Nice.
Still got those on my shelf.
That's awesome. So, do you remember what was your first PSA slabs like that you bought? From
Let me
that?
think. Let me think.
So one of my first ever ones was a CGC 10 Flashfire Charizard
Okay.
off of a Poke Collector LA. He goes by Zach in the hobby.
Yeah.
It was like $400 at the time. That PSA slab goes for like $3,500 now.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Is it a
But-
secret
No,
one?
the not secret one.
Non-secret
I
one.
really
okay.
wanted the secret one.
It was the
but
Mega.
Mega. Yeah. Exactly.
I really wanted the secret one. It's just that you couldn't find that. Like even back then, like impossible to find. Super
Right.
low pop. I didn't really want the CGC one at the start, but it was a lot cheaper. So I was
Yeah.
like, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Picked it up.
Okay.
That was one of my first PSA slabs.
I think my first PSA slab.
Probably one you graded. No?
Yes, that's what I was going to get to. So I opened a lot of Lost. So my first packs I opened
This is
were
crazy.
Lost Origin, Paldean Fates,
Mhm.
151.
Mhm.
My girlfriend pulled a Blastoise from 151. The first Lost Origin box I ever opened, I pulled the Giratina V, the
Oh.
alt. Oh my god, I was juiced.
What?
I was like, I was absolutely
I
juiced.
will literally never forget that. That was so crazy.
I didn't even understand the gravity of the moment. And then me and my girlfriend both pulled Bubble Muse from Paldean Fates. Like really, one out of our first like 3 ETBs.
Jesus.
So at TCG Treasure Chest,
insane.
got all those graded. All of them came back at 10. Every single one.
Wow.
The
Holy crazy.
Blastoise, the 2 Bubble Muse, and the Giratina. They all came back at 10.
So- Funny story. I bought my first booster box, Searching Sparks, also TCG Treasure Chest.
Mhm.
And out of that box, I pulled the Latias.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
Dude,
I was like, I was
It's
like,
a good
oh,
hit.
this is easy.
I know, dude. Literally, I don't know. Everyone I talk to, their first pack, they always have first pack
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
every
yeah.
time.
My first box, getting back to the hobby, when I was ripping with you, was Groudon from Paradox Rift. And it came back at 10. So it was kind of a smaller hit back then.
Yeah, no. I swear there's like a Pokemon black hole in every booster box that just gets you addicted.
The first one.
Yeah.
It's
First
always the
one.
first one.
First one.
Always. It just
Yeah.
gets you straight addicted.
Then you're like, oh wow, what is this crap?
And then there's actually like beginner's luck to Pokemon. It's like real.
Just like gambling. Just like casinos.
100%. 100%. Okay, cool. So from there, what made you guys decide to be like, okay, we're gonna officially do this? And something I'm gonna want to bridge into, which is like, I'm gonna do it as a partnership. So a little bit context background for everybody, right? So far, every one of my guests on the show is kind of like a solo entrepreneur, solo vendor. They might have a partner here and there, but they're really kind of a standalone brand name, right? You guys are like the first one I kind of invited that, you know, kind of have like a full partnership. You guys are going to show everywhere. So walk me through that process, how you guys went from just like hobbyists, right? Obviously, you talked about going into vending. You're like, hey, this is starting making a little sense. But when did it click? You're like, hey, we should do this together as a partner, business partner.
So surprisingly, we actually didn't become like real 50-50 partners, like invested in cards 50-50 till recently.
Oh, wow.
And that's just because like I was an entrepreneur already. I had a little bit more capital. So I was just like going hard, opening boxes, like all that stuff. And Diego just like literally started off with his singles. Like he was barely putting money into it. He was just recycling the money that he had gotten from selling his singles. So
I started with the binder and 1K cash. That was it. And then I just traded all that out for either more slabs or more singles, and just kind of built upward. I'm very blessed to be able to finally have capital to like.
it's crazy. And I don't think there was ever a moment. I mean, going back to the partnership in a moment, but there was never a moment where we just decided to become vendors.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like every single show we went to, because after CollectCon, we just went to shows every weekend. Every possible weekend, there was a show. Driving out to freaking Palm Springs, wherever, right? Arizona,
everywhere.
like doesn't matter where it is. We're going to a show if there's a show that weekend. And then just slowly over time, it turned from like, okay, we keep losing money. Let's make money, developing strategies at shows, walking. Then we realized, oh, let's be on the other side of the table. And then it's just step by step, we became vendors.
Because back when the hobby was first booming, it was possible to like make quick flips by like buying a card or trading into it and then go trading out at 85% towards the vendor, because the market would just change so much. We got in luckily right before like the big.
Yeah.
Last year.
Right. I got in right at the boom, right? Like almost like, I want to say I gave myself maybe like a month leeway, because my first show was in January.
Yeah, that's like right when it
Right
happened.
when it hits, right?
That's
Like
right when it hit.
I almost acclimate to like the day Prismatic release, right?
wow.
Was like the day of reckoning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I think like Surging Sparks, when that booster box, like, at retail,
Yeah.
It was selling for like $100 a box, like no problem, like at distro level. And then as soon as it released, it was $250. I think that was like the mark of the boom. That's what I would say the boom happened.
And that's when I started canceling all the distro allocations.
You can't buy
People
things
were freaking
for
out.
distro
Streamers
anymore.
weren't getting their boxes and panic,
Yeah.
250. And
Surprisingly, I think most of the market comes from the streaming world, actually. I think us as vendors, we don't realize how much
100%.
like the streamers really pump the market. You know what I mean? Just for the money flow.
That's why I always tell people, and as was like viewers and stuff, right? Like people don't understand the dichotomy of the market, right? People always complain like, oh, barter stealing everything, da 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 da. Sellers, like vendors, are like marking up everything. Local car store just selling everything so expensive. I'm like, yeah, but guess what? That also makes your card twice as valuable as what it's
Exactly.
supposed to be worth.
Well, a lot of people think like Pokemon, it should just be a collecting thing and not a money thing. But inherently, if you're collecting something that's going to be tied to monetary value, it's just inherent. You know what I mean? It's a market. It's supply and demand. And there's a lot of things that the Pokemon company could do to make the market slow down, introduce more product. But based on what they're doing, especially how they increased like Sword and Shield boxes on Pokemon Center 140, now they're 160 for Scarlet Violet boxes. I think they're trying to make their product more valuable. I think they know what they're doing.
100%.
Yeah. And more scarce, stuff like that, and people complain like, oh, I can't find box at MSRP, all that stuff. Like, if you can't afford it, then don't collect it. It's just how it is, as sucky as it is. you know, it'll almost bring more value to opening the product if you're spending a little bit more in a booster box.
Yeah,
You know, just save up for it. Go for it.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I always tell people too, like, look, there's other things to collect that isn't tied to money. You know,
Yeah, 100%.
go collect some plants.
Exactly. The reason why it's so desirable is because it's tied to money. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Inherently, like everyone wants the Mickey Mantle $7 million card. You know what I mean? But it's not because it's
It's-
Mickey Mantle. It's because
also $7 million.
it's so rare.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's absurdly rare. Like, sure, I'm sure there's extreme collectors that believe in that, but the monetary value also gives it that desirability as well.
Yeah, 100%. And I've been saying this, and I repeat it every time I get a chance. Right? I think something you told me that hit me with a light bulb recently, and I don't even think you realized that you kind of illuminated my thought process, right? Because I remember asking you, I think it was like I forgot which card was it. Maybe it was the Team Aqua Team Magma set that I was asking for, like, how much you think this is, whatever, right?
Mhm.
But I remember you said something, you're like, there's only so much money that can be pumped into the Pokemon market
Mhm.
at any given day. And that was such a powerful statement that I haven't heard in a long time. So again, context here, I did day trading during COVID. So that was something that I always paid attention to, which is like the financial market. There's also so much money that can possibly be pumped into that market on any given day,
Mhm.
right? Like, for example, what I mean by that, for those who are listening at home or watching the YouTube video here, there are like traders, right, in the financial market. Same with Pokemon. Your typical, stay-home mom isn't gonna just one day decide to hop onto the trade, to the market and
Yeah, it's
buy
not gonna
stock,
happen.
right?
Yeah.
That's what that means, right? There's only so many people who are pumping into money, taking out money. So liquidity and capital, there's a finite of that. So that's when you hit me with that information, I was like, holy crap, you're right, right? Like that's how you can tell if something's being pumped, and potentially, if you're smart enough, understand where the tipping point is going to become.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like it's pretty easy to understand the ebbs and flows when you're just part of the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You make money and you lose money, and then you just take those experiences and move forward. Markets are cyclical. I mean, as every person who deals with trading knows, right?
Yeah.
Markets move in cycles. So even on a small basis and a large basis, right?
Yeah.
Like over 3 years, over 3 months, different ways. And just understanding that and feeling that, you can feel the momentum shift and understand. Now, of course, you can't be exact. It's hard to just be like, oh, this is the peak of the market for this card, and this is the peak of the market. But you can do your best to estimate,
Yeah.
and you can do your best to also like categorize and then move your money into different categories as well. You know what I mean? As opposed to just like Pokemon is one thing, money into Pokemon. Oh no, my Charizard 151 went from 1200 to 600. It's like you have to have a little bit of sensibility.
Yeah.
And it comes with time. It comes with time.
That's awesome. See, these guys are so smart, honestly. Like, and every time I have a conversation with you guys, I'm like, man, I'm like trying to just learn, pick your brain. It's crazy. Trying to learn how to do that too. You know what I mean?
I'll show you later. Don't worry.
Oh God, no.
I'll show you later. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Okay. So at that point, you guys are doing like just going to show week after week. What made you guys decide like, hey, I want to be in the high end market, the highest of the high, selling like, you guys got some pretty exotic inventory, and it is always just fresh. You know what I mean?
So I think it first started with just like finding cards that we really wanted. That's what it like kind of boiled down to. Finding a card that we really, really wanted and finding a graded copy that's like a high grade of it.
And what do we want? Ready? On 3. What category of cards do we want? 3, 2, 1. XY.
XY full arts were what I grew up collecting. Texture, just very simple. It has the Pokemon, it has the foil texture on it, like the raised foil, I mean. And
Mhm.
they just look beautiful. They're simple, they're textured, and they're kind of hard to find, which makes them a little bit more desirable.
Yeah, and at the time when we started, XY was not popular,
all.
expensive, anything like that. Sure, it was hard to find, but a lot of the full arts and stuff like that that's very low pop originally like was not super expensive. And we sourced a lot of that inventory. Like my first card that I really like wanted drive for like constantly was the Gengar Phantom Forces EX, right? That was my card, bro. The freaking balloon Gengar.
Flying out, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's my favorite card to this day. Like at least one of them. You know what I mean? Shout out Groudon too, but that Gengar Phantom Force, like I've owned 6 copies of it. I've just watched it appreciate over time, and I just love that card. Every time I have it, like it's just absolutely beautiful.
Another one, same set, but just like kind of the complete opposite side of the spectrum is the Silver Dialga.
Oh yeah,
That card is just infamous. It's so beautiful. It's the only silver card that exists in Pokemon. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
rare, more rare than the Gengar lower pop. It was a harder hit, 3 stars versus 2 stars. So one of the secret rares.
Yeah.
But XY is really where we started. And then also too, like a lot of people like, nowadays you go to people's tables and you know how I said in the beginning, you look for low stickers.
Mhm.
At this day, in these days and age, bro, everyone has a high sticker.
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't even matter what the card is. Every card, it's like, oh, this card's listed at $800. Let me put it at $900.
Just to see what's up.
Yeah. And like we've completely shifted from that because like we want to be outstanding, like we want to be outliers in the market. We don't want to be with the market. So a lot of people in the beginning
when we were first kind of like when we were first vendors, it was kind of like not uncommon to see vendors cashing out their entire thing, their entire like booth at 80%. Like they would just be cashing out literally all of it at 80%. And I mean, obviously that doesn't ever happen nowadays. A lot of vendors are looking for 85, 90% cash out, 85 being the bare minimum because of how liquid everything is in the market.
Well, it's mainly because the cost to entry is at minimum 80 now. Like it's so hard to buy things at 70% at this point.
I don't think it ever exists. Like at least in my time.
I mean, singles.
Even then.
People, you say 70% to somebody, they laugh at you. They laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
They laugh.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. I'm kind of getting the sense, right? Like you guys, I had a similar like thought process when I got into, so you guys probably know I started with like Japanese seal product and I had some American seal product I was able to get at the time. Then eventually talked to Mr. Moss. Shout out Mr. Moss.
Mr. Moss! Mr. Moss!
He's the man.
I love Mr.
I
Moss,
love
bro.
Mr. Moss.
I love Mr. Moss, bro. I love Mr. Moss. Oh my God.
Yeah, he also has the highest view, so I want to see if you guys can beat him in view count.
Mr. Moss!
So he's like, why don't you just go all in, don't PC anything? I'm like, I was like, and one day I was like, you know what? I can put it out and see what happens. You know what I mean? I don't have to sell it. So then I put it out and I'm like noticing like what people are willing to trade into me. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be same as everybody else because everybody else has the same card. At the time, it was like modern, right? It's kind of like where we're at now.
Exactly.
It's like modern. But then everybody was like, well, I don't like your $1,000 sticker, so I'm just going to go to the next guy and say that you're selling it at $950 and see if I can get it for $900.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And then I'm going to come back to you and be like, that guy wants to sell me at $900. What are you, you know what I mean?
It's a game.
It's totally that. So I was like, okay, let me try to gravitate towards something that people don't necessarily just always have. But I also didn't have like the capital or the resource or the connection at the time to just be like finding exotic stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to have a connection to do it, to get it for a good price. You have to have the money to do it, obviously. The cost of entry is a lot higher. But if you look now at people's booths, it's like we've completely shifted. Everyone had modern volume, because if you have volume, people will sell it at a lower percent, at least a long time ago, or not even a long time ago, less than a year ago. But now everyone has exotic shit.
Oh.
Everybody has exotic shit, and everybody's taxing on it.
I know.
And, like, you want to stand out, have your stuff well priced. Have stuff that people don't have. Modern is almost rare now.
It is.
I remember this last weekend was like Front Row SD. I was out of town, but he was at the show. It's like, dude, everyone was looking for Modern. Everyone's buying Modern. Like Modern's getting bought out at the show.
It was actually nuts. Yeah, I was on the Saturday show. I bought Modern. Bought it for like standard 80, 85%, right? And the next day I look, and literally the next day, that's on Sunday show, I was looking at the comps, and each Modern card was up by like 200 just in a day.
It's crazy.
And it was absolutely nuts. I ended up cashing out all those Modern cards at the end of that Sunday show.
Nice.
It was just, they'd already gone up that much. We got them in a trade. Yeah, Modern's the highest it's literally ever been right now.
It's crazy.
And you still don't find some Modern cards. I saw very little Blaziken and VMAX at the show. Very little Chilling Rain. Chilling Rain's hard to find.
That Giratina been hiding.
Very
you don't see
little
Giratina?
Giratina. You don't find Modern. Like people are always talking about the low pop. But now we're really looking at the high pop. That's not actually high pop. You don't see it at the shows.
It's just, yeah, it's the supply in the given area is very low,
Yeah,
and the
people have
demand is
them
very high too.
Either stored away or like they
Yeah.
bought them and moved somewhere else. Or
Well,
just, like,
a lot of people too are chasing like a lot of people in the hobby now didn't chase Gengar Prime.
yeah,
Yeah.
They didn't chase Gengar EX from XY. They chased Giratina. They chased Moonbryon. So those cards will have a specific itch for them, and then that will pump up the price, especially
Yeah.
online too.
That's me, right? Like I came in doing the modern era. And to me, like modern era art really drawn to me in of all these years.
beautiful.
You know what I mean? So
It's great art, dude. Especially the new cards. I feel like some of the new cards are slept on. So slept on, bro. I can't wait. Honestly, like I was going to talk to you about this later at some point, but I just think we want to like you know that Hydreigon like rainbow border,
Yeah, we got one.
the PSA 10,
Yeah.
bro. Isn't that like $80 right now?
It's $120.
yeah,
That's like stupid.
So cheap.
It's so hard to hit.
So cheap.
It's probably has a low gem rate.
wait, which one? Which?
You know, from Surging Sparks
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the rainbow
the
border.
rainbow
Yeah,
border,
yeah.
That card is $120 in a 10.
Yeah.
Stupid. That's a no brainer. Like, you have no risk with that card. I could easily see that card one day being for like $400.
And just because of how hard it is to hit.
And I think we should just like stack those. Like, just stack
you
the stuff
know,
that's
you know
no
which
risk.
is the same card. I came to the same conclusion. I said it in the last episode I recorded. The Well Lord from Journeys Together.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful card. Absolutely.
God,
Yeah, there's
PSA
so
10
many-
is like $100.
And it's a
It's only
popular
$100
Pokemon too.
Yeah. That, man, I'm gonna say it right now. Pump that card. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey,
Don't do it till I buy some. You know what I mean?
yeah, hey, you know what? I am always about the most controversial. I don't care, right? Like, do your own investment analysis. Do not just listen to me.
This is not financial advice.
It is not financial advice.
This is not
I tell
financial
you right
advice. If you DM me and you say, look, I lost all my money on Pokemon, I'm going to laugh at you.
now.
I'm going to laugh at you.
Fantastic, but I should have bought Gengar, right? But I think that Well Lord card it's just waiting. It's just waiting, right?
Yeah, I'd give it a couple years, bro, when it's out of print. And, you know, the pop will be high because so many people are opening it, so many people are grading it. But who cares, right? The
Yeah.
demand will be high. I'll buy the card. You'll buy the card. We'll all buy the card. It's a great card.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And
I-
it's same to be said about a lot of cards.
Recently, I tested that card out. I bought 3 copies of that card in PSA 10.
Mhm.
They all go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow.
It's a value play.
Yeah.
It's value. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So-
even if you like, I'm sure even if you stickered it at like 120 or 150, someone would eventually walk up to you that doesn't know what a comp is and just buy it because
'Cause it's cool.
like everyone walks around, they see these cards that stickered at $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and they're like, damn, bro, this card's not even that cool. And they see the Whale Lord, oh, this is a sick card for 150.
yeah,
It just makes sense.
do
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah,
I could see that card being worth like $300.
Yeah.
The art is just there. You know?
Exactly,
Like it's
exactly.
just art. This is all just art.
exactly. At the end of the day, yeah, cool. So I want to get into something that like only you guys probably like know better than everybody because you guys travels a lot.
I mean, we travel as much as the average traveling vendor.
True, and at least on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
I
that's
would
true.
love to kind of hear your thoughts on obviously pros and cons and some strategy
Yeah.
on how do you guys make it all work, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm getting ready to travel. I think in the next couple of months, I got Las Vegas,
Excellent.
then I got Dallas,
Yep.
and I'm trying to like go out further
Mhm.
so that I can buy better inventory at lower,
Yes.
right? And then meet new people at the same time. So give me some tips, man.
So
Can I go first?
go for it.
All right. So this is what I'll say about traveling. All right. The overhead is obviously the biggest downfall. Like
Yeah.
the experiences, everything about the show is amazing, right? And it's a worthwhile experience, but the overhead is very high. And you're not going to be able to make, like some people might not make money the first time traveling because they don't know the game.
Yeah.
But essentially, you know, everyone knows the overhead's going to be high.
Sure.
And also too, like if you're going to go, I wouldn't try to like downplay or not downplay. What's the right word? I wouldn't try to underspend, like get an Airbnb that's 30 minutes away. That's like $100 and it's like a shitty part of town. Like go
Yeah.
there, have the experience and have the fun, go with some buddies, and make it an experience. And that'll make it much more worthwhile than just like, you know, trying to value max everything. Why we go to shows personally is to source inventory.
Buying is the biggest thing in travel. Like having more cash than inventory is just phenomenal.
Shows will always be hit or miss, right? Like foot
Yeah.
traffic is always hit or miss. You don't know if the show is going to have good foot traffic, walk in, buying stuff. Sure, it could, right? And you bring inventory for that reason. But the reason why we go to shows
Vendors.
is because there's so many people that go to shows that like they own brick and mortars, they're big vendors. They don't pay attention to every little detail of their card. And then you're able to make value plays based on those cards and source that inventory. We also have a lot of clients at this point that are looking for specific cards, and we are able to find those cards in such a big room, right? In Southern California, where we vend, you just don't see, you see a lot of the same cards.
Yeah.
Right? This card
agree.
gets passed to this vendor, this card gets passed to that vendor, and it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Hot potatoes.
Yeah, but if you go to somewhere else, now we can be the people that introduce different cards to our area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that provides us, it makes us different, going back to that. And we also source cards for our clients too out there.
Nice.
And we know exactly what our clients are paying. And we can, even if we don't want to make money, right? We just want to build that relationship because relationships are everything, right? We'll just buy it and then sell it to them and say, look, I paid this, just pay me this. I'll make $100, even though that's like not even my flight,
Yeah.
and that's just how it is. And then slowly you build those connections, and that's how it goes.
Awesome. So going back to something you guys touched on earlier, right? You guys are now 50-50 or close to 50-50 partner. How does that dynamic work, right? Because I'm solo, right?
Yeah.
And I don't have to kind of think about that. But I can see so many like positive aspect of it, right? I'm spending 50% of the capital. But then how do you guys make this joint decisions? It's like a marriage without the sex.
Yeah. So
I mean, there's sometimes sex.
that's for off. But yeah, that's a great question. A lot of the times, you just gotta trust your business partner. You know what I mean? Like I've come to.
I like how you say that as he's doing it.
that,
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
You don't want to trust a man with a Gengar hat on.
Some people do like. So, you know. But yeah, it just comes down to like the trust. Me and Lee kind of have the same like itch when it comes to a card. Like we just kind of know it'll go up. You know what I mean? Just because of our own research and like we don't really like sell the card to each other in terms of like let's invest in this. We just say, yo, let's buy this card, and I'm like, all right, that's good. I like the card. We'll make money on it. It's more just kind of like how do I explain it? We kind of just either enjoy the card or we don't. Right? We think the card's either worth the price, it's too cheap, it's too expensive, and then that's how we go by it. Just based off either if it's a popular Pokemon, if the artwork is good, if it's low pop, you see it at shows, you don't see it at shows, it just like
There's always an upsides, downsides to a card, and like one of the things that we love about this hobby is like we take stuff in just to challenge ourselves to move it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we'll take something in, we're like, oh, we overpaid. People say, oh, we overpaid, oh, whatever, this, that. But we just like, no, we're gonna make money on it. Like we don't care. We don't like we're gonna find a way to get out of it. We're gonna trade our way. We're gonna find a way to like make money, break even, whatever it is.
the game, like the show is like kind of like your arena, and you go in there and you just cook.
Yeah, we both have different strengths and weaknesses, and we do a pretty good job of covering that. And I think over time too, we're a very new partnership. I wouldn't say we've been like for years and years like battle tested or anything,
Sure.
but and there's going to be rocky moments as well. Every partnership comes with that. Every business comes with that. But I think over time we'll develop strengths and weaknesses that we just like are able to cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when we start to get more into content creation and stuff like that as well. But one thing I'll say about partnerships is it is very challenging. It is very challenging because you have to log everything.
Yeah.
We don't have an LLC yet, anything like that. So we're just kind of like winging it. We buy a card, we just write it down and do the dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So keeping track of every little thing so that there's no discrepancies and both people are actually like getting their fair share is difficult. Right?
Interesting.
It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of headache. It takes a lot of calls. It takes a lot of auditing texts, or however you want to do it, spreadsheets, whatever it is. It is very challenging.
Yeah.
But we have a lot more inventory. And I'm not over leveraging myself on one specific card. You know what I mean? So that feels good to have like, oh, if I'm willing to invest in this, he's willing to invest in this. Like, at least I have somebody. If I lose money, he's gonna lose money too. And we're gonna go down together.
Sure.
That's like the best part.
Or we're sinking together.
Yeah, that's the best part. Is like I'm not the only one losing. Like this motherfucker's gonna lose too if I lose. You know what I
I'll
mean?
make sure I drag him down with me to hell.
Exactly.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's challenging. Like the auditing, developing systems to make sure that everything happens is very challenging.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna beat you up later over those texts, boy.
Oh,
No,
drama. No. Okay. Has there been situation where like maybe one of you wants to like, oh, I love that. I want to PC that. But you know what I mean? You guys kind of went in 50-50. How do you like kind of like how do you make that ultimate decision, right? Okay.
We're very equitable. Like we're super. Like
We're very fair with each other.
yeah, we're honestly very fair. Like if Diego went out and like cooked up a deal or whatever, and it's like sealed, and he wants to like keep it for a little bit so it appreciates, like I'm not gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I buy my Team Magma's Groudon, right, and that's a card I've been looking for forever, he's not gonna bug me about it. Like he doesn't mind it, especially if we get it for a good price. But you know, generally everything we do, like that's like walk ups or anything like that, we just split. You know, if it's a money making play, then we split it.
Yeah.
If it's a appreciation / PC play,
And we kind of think about it.
then we think about it and talk about what's going to be the best strategy.
Makes
All my
sense.
sealed product that I have at home, which is like way more than my inventory, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I have so much sealed, bro.
I
that's
see you
all
been
mine.
snatching up those seals in your stories, man. Yeah.
Yep, that's all mine. I just keep that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we're getting to the point where like if we buy sealed, someone walks up sealed to our table, we're gonna like set that in our stash and it's gonna be 50-50 ours. Or if it's like multiple pieces, let's say like 151 bundles,
it.
we'll split it.
Back to like the logging and tracking. Now we have a joint sealed collection as well too. So
Yeah, we're
that's-
building a joint
that's-
sealed collection as well
That's
that we can
awesome.
like both strategize to sell or keep. But him and I have the same mindset about investing in Pokemon just because we grew with it and we both have similar experiences. So it's very easy to communicate with him and like, you know, appreciate it. I would just say like, if you're gonna partner with somebody, don't partner with somebody that you just like. Make sure you partner with somebody that has similar mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just partner with like anybody. You have to
Right.
part or like anybody, like your best friend. You know what I mean? Your best friend might not be your best partner. You have to go with
100%.
somebody that has similar mindset to you. And because we kind of grew in the same microbiome, like it's
Yeah. Same mentality.
it's very easy. You know
Yeah.
what
I
mean?
can
It's very
totally
easy.
see that. Yeah.
And if we disagree about a card, then sure, you just buy it, or I just buy it, right? Like
Makes sense.
just how it is.
Yeah.
If I think, like we always offer each other the ability to buy into the other person's card if it's a money making play. You know what I mean?
We shouldn't feel trapped in like the partnership.
Yeah,
you know what
the
I mean?
other
If-
person can just opt out essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very flexible right now. It's very
That's
very
awesome.
flexible.
I really like that system.
But
you
we
guys
do want to build an LLC, have a joint bank account. We'll solve a lot of problems. And you know taxes and stuff
Just
like
make
that.
it easier on our back.
Yeah.
For sure.
Thing will-
This next calendar year we should.
Yeah.
We're all certainly gonna have an LLC built.
Nice.
Shout out New Hampshire.
Nice. New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So going back to something you touched on earlier, you say singles and still think single is a phenomenal way to start. So again, going back to what I said earlier as well, I got into PSA slabs and I've actually very, very anti-singles because
Really?
my philosophy, right? As you guys can see, you walk around my booth, you don't really see singles.
Never.
And that's because in my mind, I'm like, okay, why would I buy this imperfect, I don't know, Rayquaza VMAX from, Evolving Skies for like almost freaking like $500-$600 and knowing that it's not going to get a PSA 10, what am I sitting on that money for? Because look, the person who are coming to my table, either they already had a PSA 10 version or they already have a single version, right? What would make somebody want to come buy that copy? You know what I mean? That's my mindset. And
So
that's
there are some singles that are just absolutely terrible, and I would recommend you stay away from unless you can get it for a good price. Like Rayquaza VMAX, for example. Why just go buy the 10?
High-end
Right?
singles
Yeah.
are tough. Like
Yeah.
super high-end singles are tough.
Yeah. And vintage like is different because there's like claim sales and stuff like that. You know, you could sell that to streamers. That's like our out for that. But like Sword and Shield alt arts that are raw, that are ungradable is very
Right.
tough. So like those generally, unless we're buying a lot of singles and it's part of that lot and we need to buy it to secure the lot, then we don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
But generally singles for us, the margin on singles is much higher if you're able to get lower cost singles.
Sure.
Right? Because you have to look at liquidity points. It's not like, like let's say we have, let me think of a card. Let's okay, Whale Lord, right? You were talking about Whale Lord earlier. That's a what? $10 card?
Yeah.
$12 card?
Yeah,
something like that.
Exactly.
You really think if you sticker for $15, some average collector is gonna care?
They don't. And here's my argument, right?
Right?
You say 15, they're like, well, can you do 12?
Yeah.
You're like, okay,
There you go.
cool.
Right?
Right.
And then there's also like if you buy it, if it's worth 12, you can probably obtain it for like
$8.
7 to $8.
Is it realistic in this market though? Because I even feel like when I go shop now, right, at least in Southern California, again, we're talking about location matters, right?
Yeah.
Man, I'll be like, hey, can I get that? They're like, nah.
No, you gotta do it's gotta be walk-ups.
A lot of people want to trade up their singles into either slabs or just like want to dump a whole binder.
Vendor to vendor deals are
Yeah.
like
horrible.
we've especially in Southern California, we stay away from vendor to vendor deals right now.
Yeah. 100%.
Most of the time when a vendor walks up, I'm not rolling my eyes because I love talking to my homies. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But at the same time, it's like I know we're both trying to. It's the same. We're in the same game. Like we're both trying to find leverage on each other, and it's just not going to work. Sometimes it does, right? Let's say I have an outlet for this, and you have an outlet for this, and we exchange
Exactly.
ways, and that's equitable, right? But a lot of people think you could just walk. It's like before, you know what I mean? You could just walk up to somebody, just dump your trash, straight trade. Oh, I will only take straight trade.
Yeah.
I'll do 95%, but that's max. It's like,
Doesn't exist, man.
no, it's, and,
I agree.
And people will learn when things aren't as liquid, you know?
Yeah. I find myself like ending up in the same place as well. Now, like when vendor comes, especially the ones I don't even know,
Mhm.
I don't feel bad. It is just what it is. I don't even say hi. I'm like, psh. I'm just like, as they walk in, I'm like, bye.
Yep.
Right?
I get
Like,
it.
Yep.
no, like I'm not selling it. Like, you telling me like what's the lowest? Do you not see the sticker? That is the lowest, right? What do you think? Like,
shoot me an offer. It can't be the buyer and the seller. It can't be
Yeah.
the one who negotiates. Or it can't be the person that talks you down and the
yeah, exactly.
seller as well.
And like our business strategy has totally shifted. Like before, the Sigmas were known to pay the strongest. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You want to offload some low pop thing that you like can't move. Sigmas will pay the
Yep,
strongest.
I
Right?
remember that.
You want singles, like that. You want to offload some singles that like you just can't really get rid of. Singles, Sigmas will pay the strongest. But now that everyone's paying the strongest and everyone wants top dollar, we've changed our mindset. We're not buying in anymore unless it's the low.
Yeah.
And then we know we can move it for a different price, right? And we're not asking the highest because we want to be standouts.
Yeah.
Essentially, all we're doing is we're trying to just be standouts. We're trying to be different than everybody else,
No,
right? And if
yeah.
you're different than everybody else, then people will gravitate towards you.
No, that's a very smart strategy, and I find myself always reinventing myself.
Mhm.
It's kind of how I see it, and sometimes like I'll see like myself like, oh, I'm gonna PC stuff, but that's because I was like, I don't know what's next yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me just buy Moonbrians and hold those because they never devalues.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like buying Microsoft stock. Just keep it in the same place and it just keep moving up slowly.
Yeah, it's like a S&P 500 type
Yeah,
thing.
100%.
That's like sealed to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like it's just the ever appreciating like thing that is stability.
It'll just always do great. Always do great.
Yeah, I put a lot of my money in sealed. I know a lot of it's very popular right now to put money in sealed.
It is,
especially like old like XY Sun and Moon sealed.
Well, I think the team up box really set the precedence
Yeah,
for
that's
it. You know what I mean?
That's really what started the whole climb of every single box.
100%.
Led the market.
100%. I mean, it went from like 5,000 to like 10 in like a month,
Mhm.
right?
To 100% appreciation is like ridiculous in any market. A lot of any market analyst would tell you that there's a term for it. You probably know because you were in the trading thing, but
Yeah.
the risk ratio is just so high. Sure, the asset could appreciate more, but the risk that you have,
100%.
the tolerance is just like
Well, because it parabolics, right? That's the term. It parabolics up. And
Yeah, it's
then
parabolic.
The fall is it's just going to be crazy.
yeah. And then based on the percentage that's appreciated and the amount that it's already at, there's only so much more it could go, and what the volatility rate is. So, you know what I mean?
Right,
It's like-
right. You always look at like the parabolic and then the liquidity of getting out,
Mhm.
right? Unless you're comfortable holding it, you don't want to be the guy who bought at the top and then but now you're holding at the top and locking up that capital, right?
Yeah, yeah, and then it goes down a little bit, and then you have to make the decision to take your quick loss and then move on, or hope that it appreciates again.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And generally in sealed, it does. It generally does, especially if you are a very long term mindset, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
But other than that, like a lot of people don't have that tolerance. They don't want to hold for 5 to 10 years.
No, nobody does. I mean, in this hobby, who wants to do it, right?
I do.
Yeah. Well, we are
I do.
a little bit different.
And you guys should too.
100%. No financial advice.
Yeah, it's not financial advice.
But okay, so let's get into talking about seal because I know you are probably super excited, and I'm sure you're excited too. The new mega sets.
Oh, yes, bro.
We've been talking about it since like leaks. It's gonna be nuts. Megas was something that we were just like we would never say no. We would never say no to a mega. A mega got walked up. We try our absolute best to buy
Really?
it. It's,
Yeah, like an XY mega card.
Yeah,
That's why
okay.
Mega,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just love Mega Evolutions, bro. Mega Evolutions are sick.
I'm like
Reinventing old Pokemon in a new form, like
it's-
unbelievable.
yeah, and like
Also, the era that you grew up with.
yeah, the era I grew
XY.
up with, but I also think it's the like the greatest mechanic they've added to like the games too. Like Z move, not really. Like the what is it? Terrestrial. Like it's cool competitively, but
Yeah.
megas are just sick. Like they're just
Aesthetically,
sick.
move wise, Megas are just dope.
Yeah. No,
Shout out Mega.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw a couple of episodes. I'm like totally like trashing megas.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
mean-
my philosophy is, and this is me again, not like into megas in the old era. Okay.
Yeah.
So objectively speaking, for me,
Mhm.
it was. I'm thinking about going back to what you told me before, right? The market and the liquidity of it.
Yes.
The people who are chasing megas now, right,
Mhm.
are gonna be mostly the new generation, the kids, the mom who's buying it, the hobbyists who just got in because of this boom.
Mhm.
So to me, in my mind, I was like, somebody like that who wants to spend money, are they gonna spend money in the Omegas, or are they gonna just chase a shiny object?
So, okay, here's the thing about most of the Pokemon market, right? Which is
Yeah.
crazy. People, it's the vintage stuff is mostly a money play. Most of the people that are buying it, some people are
100%.
collecting it, but majority, 80% of people are money oriented. So people see the new Mega set and they're thinking, oh, dollar signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should buy the new Mega set because it's going to pump up the popularity. But it's not pumping up the popularity with the new buyers, the kids, the moms, whatever, because those people are priced out. It's
Exactly.
only pumping it to the people that are trying to make money.
Amongst each other.
So it's just people stacking money on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
So new collectors will chase the new megas, old collectors will chase the old megas because they're more money oriented, right? And they
Yeah.
don't see, like, everyone sees a new set and they're like, oh, don't touch a new set, right? Jar Chomp says it, Bulbasaur says it, all the big vendors on
Yeah.
YouTube say it. Don't touch a new set when it first comes out because obviously, like, the demand is peak and then it goes down.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So money oriented people won't buy it, but money oriented people will buy the older stuff, which is why we're seeing such a high mega evolution market, right? All the megas are just so highly priced.
For those old megas, like, yeah, it might take a hot minute for you to move it,
Yeah.
but you also have those collectors that are really dying hard.
Yeah.
So you can get like payout for them.
Because they are rare too.
They
I
are
know
rare.
a
They're low
lot
pop.
of a lot of mega collectors that are
Yeah.
looking for those cards. You know what I mean?
Like Mega Gardevoir from Primal Clash,
Yeah.
like pop 8, pop 9.
I mean, that's such an outlier too because it's such a rare card. It's like
Or-
ridiculous.
Or like the other
That
Primal-
card's probably like 4,000 or 5,000.
yeah, like some of the megas are just criminal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like the Primal Groudon, the Primal Kyogre.
There are collectors who want it, but like I said, 80 to
Yeah.
90%.
Yeah. Rayquaza. So
Yeah.
I picked up, well, I didn't pick up. I helped somebody picked up the Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Groudon.
From Ancient Origins.
Yeah, but the Japanese version.
Okay.
Nice.
So actually, that was going to be kind of like a spawn-off question here. What do you guys take on English product, right? Especially like the lower pop stuff versus like Japanese
Are we talking sealed or slabs?
slap.
PS10s?
Let's say slap because
Vint-
seal is
are we
pretty.
talking like XY era English versus Japanese?
Yeah, let's do that. I think that's a good comparison. Like for example, like what's a good comparison? Even like tag team is kind of man, you can kind of see the writing on the wall between English versus Japanese. But like for example, like Gold Stars, right? English is super high, but there's still a good market for Japanese.
Even then, some of the Japanese have really gone parabolic, like
Right.
crazy levels of parabolic.
Yeah. So would you recommend somebody to stick to say English because they're just so much higher in dollar amount? Like, where do you draw
In terms of like a collector, like a vendor.
vendor and collector? Like something that will appreciate that you think is a good play. What's your thoughts?
So
on
if you're
that?
trying to make money, right, you have to look. Generally, what I've seen, the non-exclusive Japanese stuff will follow its English counterpart. So the English will move first up, and then
Japanese.
trailing a couple of months behind, or a couple of weeks even, if it's quick, the Japanese will trail behind.
Yeah.
Generally, it's a couple months though,
Yeah.
right? It's a lot slower. So if you're seeing English megas go up, then you have to, know that Japanese will eventually go up.
Yeah.
Now, I think personally, I'm not paying strong for megas right now
Right.
because megas are coming out, megas are back. Oh my god, it's like the hype is crazy.
We already kind of had that.
And
Exactly.
Japanese megas too. Like I personally don't know where they're at versus their old price point.
Yeah.
But I would say that it's not the worst play. It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
Even like the Bubble Mew, right? Bubble Mew shot up.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Japanese
people
follow.
buying the Japanese Bubble Mew. I'm
Correct.
like, man, like a month ago, nobody like literally is like perceived as like trash. You know what I mean?
From a collector standpoint, just like purely my opinion on how the card looks, I think the texture on the XY full arts in English are cleaner and they look better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say cleaner. I would actually say that they look more coarse and
Grimy.
like grimy, and that's what makes them better. Because
That's a
there's
better way to put it.
yeah, there's more texture on the Japanese
Yeah.
full arts, but
I feel like it's not as raised.
Yeah, it's not as prominent. You know what I mean? Like the texture on the Japanese looks like new texture. It looks like Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet, but the old XY texture and the old black and white texture just hits different.
It has that like dirtiness to it a little bit. I know what you mean. Yeah,
and you can't, and it like it's so hard to grade, and it's just like, it's dirty. You dirty girl. You know what I mean? I like it.
Like I feel like it's different with modern because the modern cards, the English ones, they don't have that much raised texture like the old XY ones. So when you see the Japanese variants, different textures on those, I think that the Japanese modern cards they can look nicer. Like the Bubble Mew Japanese.
So the bubble is, oh man,
it looks crazy.
So
it looks crazy. I love that card. I love that card. Yeah,
I agree. Cool. Well,
but I would say that just to put a cap on it, to your original point, Japanese. Just look at how the card is appreciated in the past, right? If you're gonna buy a Japanese Mega, right? Let's say, okay, let's talk about Ancient Origins Rayquaza, right? That PSA 10, I remember owning it for $500.
Oh,
what is it worth now? I don't even know.
6, 7, I don't know.
6, 7, what? 100?
K?
Yeah, like exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just have to look at the past of what a card
is insane.
And that's your risk tolerance. You know what I mean? That's your risk tolerance. Now that doesn't mean the card won't continue to go up. That doesn't mean it's not a good investment, especially if it's rare. You know, unlimited versus first set in Japanese. But just look at that, right? Look at what the card used to sell for. Look how no one gave a shit about that card, and now look at where it's at. And just realize that. Why did that happen? Oh, it's because there's demand right now because there's a new Mega set. And then what happens to demand? What happens to demand when it's at its all-time high?
People cash out.
People tend to
look
cash
at the
out.
Lovebirds. Look at the Lovebirds. His 10K, bam! Like there's every show there's like 3 copies. I was like, I haven't seen this thing in 8 months.
That same weekend that it hit 10K, I had like 3 vendors walk up to me and want to get cashed out for it.
Yeah,
for like 80-85%.
Yep. Yeah, that peak price makes you demand. Now, when the demand drops, that's a good time to buy.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Like that's why I'm not personally buying any Megas right now.
Right.
Like unless it's at a great price and I can do it as a quick flip.
100%.
Right, if I'm buying it like 75, 80%. But yeah, just not an investment play right now.
Right.
A lot of cards aren't investment plays.
Nice.
A lot of cards aren't.
Makes sense.
We think right now. I mean, it's kind of already it's kind of already happening, but primes. Primes were always undervalued.
I think I've been hearing whisper for that for like 6 months.
EX era too.
Yeah.
I mean, people were saying XY like a year ago. There were talks that XY was going to boom, and look what happened. It did, right?
Right.
Gengar Phantom Forces went from 3K to a 15, 12K card, whatever it is, right? Whatever people say it's worth now.
The silent boom was kind of the EX era.
What's that?
The silent boom, kind of the EX era. I feel like a lot of people didn't really talk about it, and then it boomed out of nowhere.
EX, like you're talking like silver border EXs?
Yeah.
I mean, I think some silver border EXs have a little bit of ways to go, just because of how rare they are. Look at I mean, like yes, I understand like Umbreon and Espeon from what's that? Unseen Forces.
Unseen Forces.
Yeah, those are like stupid expensive.
Big head.
Yeah. Yes.
Big head. The big heads.
Yes.
The
those
Gengars also.
Those are parabolic, but no, Gengar. I think Gengar has some room to grow. It's sub pop 100. It's like under 10,000. Like I think it's a good card. I think it's a good pickup.
That is true.
Yeah, I think that could be a good pickup if you get it for a good price. But generally, you can't get it for a good price because it's so rare and people are investment mindseted towards it, and you can't buy it for less than 10K.
Right.
You know.
Well,
I remember when the comp was like 6,000 and everyone had it stickered at 10K. And one of my buddies was trying to sell it to me for 92, and he was telling me it was a good price. And I was like, yeah, it's a good price, but like,
that's a lot of money still. So, one final question before we get into the showcase here. I am curious to you guys' thoughts on Delta species.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't had this time in the sun yet.
I don't know much about. I know it's EX set, obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's like kind of the gimmick of EX era as well. I don't know much about the pricing of the cards. I personally don't. I think that if it's low pop, if the price is appreciated under 100%, so it hasn't doubled yet, it's generally a safe play.
Yeah.
To think that it will go up.
100%.
Delta species is definitely like we're dipping into like the niche for sure. I got lucky enough to my homie that was vending next to me. He had a full set of Delta species.
EVs,
evolutions,
every single one.
Ooh, wow.
Yep.
And some guy came up and he bought the Espeon. I was like, wow, cool. It was like 3K, right? Then the guy came back like 2 hours later and he bought the rest. And there hadn't been a comps on those in like forever.
Yeah.
So the stickers was obviously like
so it's just one of those things where if it hasn't had comps in forever, it's low pop, it's a popular character, then I mean connect the dots like yes,
so
it's a play.
People do believe those like cards. It's like literally based off the fact they're actually selling and I see them move. But I think it's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
minute before we actually
And
gain.
you-
I mean, it's
popularity
like the same thing as Prime. You know what I mean? Like Primes are like a nicher hit of an era. So it's just one of those niche.
It just takes a light fire, man. Just
exactly like
That's
all it takes a little gas because like the fire's already kind of there, but it takes a little gas and then it explodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it takes one card and it goes
I
crazy.
just feel like the hollowing on Delta Species is completely different. Like almost.
It's reverse foil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reverse
there's
foil.
two versions, right? The
There's the
stamp and the
stamp and the
non-stamp.
non-stamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it might take like longer than the other cards to boom because of that. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people need to be informed and like they need to know exactly what they're collecting to really like it. And
Yeah.
where it comes to Delta Species, like need to be a little.
Yeah, and I mean, I
Like
think
in the
those
loop form.
those reverse stamps, a lot of them, like especially like EX Deoxys and
Yeah.
shit like that, like those cards have boomed like crazy.
Yeah.
I've known like
100%.
a lot
the,
of those.
The Deoxys one with the stamp and the Ray one with the stamp are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, those are sick.
Nice. Okay. Cool, man. Man, there's so much I love asking you guys. I'm definitely gonna have you guys come back on as future guests. Even those are entertaining. See, I told you guys, this man, I love this guy. And
Thanks,
I think
bro.
you're out of the frame again. Come back in.
Am I?
Yeah. I know. I gotta zoom up for the camera a little bit.
How about that? Is that good?
There you go.
You can
There
see
you go.
my good old
All
finger
right.
thighs
All
right
right.
there.
Good old come back in. So definitely we'll have you guys back. Hopefully this is a great experience.
It was all right, dude.
It's all right. It was all right.
Nah.
Wait until we
I
do
was
the
just saying
jiu-jitsu
that.
round.
Yeah, that'll be good. Are we
Yeah.
gonna get that on camera or no?
I mean, we can film it. I probably
I think having it as like a little outro or something could be cool.
yeah.
You know
Yeah. My wife probably be like, what are you doing at like 10 o'clock at night doing jiu-jitsu?
Could we do it naked though?
Well, let's see. Like Turkish wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
That style. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, we come to the last segment of the show.
Oh man, already?
I know it's been 1 hour and 8 minutes already,
It's
man.
been too fun. Honestly, I should probably stop drinking these seconds.
Nah, it's great. You're definitely Ubering home. Yeah.
This is not driving advice.
No driving advice. I usually have my guests comes on and kind of showcase what are their most prized possession or something they just want to talk about. Since I have two of you, I see 3 cards here. I'll let you guys choose who you want to go first, what you want to introduce.
We can also show Blackbeard too.
You have them?
I think so.
Do
Do you want to grab it while I get it? Okay.
All right, do it.
So XY, favorite era for sure. And one of the hardest cards to find, like not even because it's low pop, I love this card, but because it's low pop, it just makes it that more special.
Yeah.
A subset of Primal Clash. A lot of people don't know that, right? Double Crisis.
Double Crisis.
Okay.
Yep.
Very small set. Only came in 4-pack blisters from Toys R Us, right? People didn't like the set at the time because it's just a small set. You know what I mean? Like you open it and
Yeah,
there's
you'd
2
be
cards
done.
you could hit.
Yep.
Only 2 cards. And generally like the packs, you know how the packs usually have 11 cards in them?
Yeah.
They use the same measurement of pack, but they only have 7 cards. So the
Oh.
cards inside
be
move
looser.
around and they're horrible. This card has
Yeah.
like one of the worst gem rates.
I think I know which one you're gonna be talking about already.
I think you already
do.
know.
Yeah, of course.
We're looking for its brother. If anyone has it, hit us up. We've been looking forever, but it's the Groudon.
Double Crisis Groudon.
Double Crisis Groudon.
Double Crisis Groudon, man. I'm the Groudon guy. He's the Kyogre guy. So we're looking for Diego for the Groudon. But this is 100% my card. I know we said we're a partnership, but this
That's
is
a
100%
10,
mine.
right?
This is the PSA 10 and a 10 cert.
Oh.
And a 10 cert.
What?
I think there's another 10 cert out there because the pop went up recently. But
It did.
this is a PSA 10 cert Groudon. I bought it from the guy
can
who
I
rated
see it?
Yeah, please. My prized possession is a card.
Holy
It's a pop
moly.
20 now. Kyogre is a pop
12.
12.
I remember
Yeah,
because I looked it up.
It's a pop 12.
Used to be 11, but same thing. Recently, it was
Yeah.
ungraded.
And it's just one of those cards like not only do I absolutely love this card, it's beautiful, the color palette, the characters featured on it, just everything about it's beautiful, but it's just whenever that card is posted online, this is my way of telling that this card is a good investment piece for me. So if it never sells, I don't care. It's so coveted and sought
Yeah.
after that whenever that card is posted by anybody who has it, 2 cert, 4 cert, 10 cert, whatever it is, it always outperforms most of their posts. Gold star 10s, sets of cards, right? This card gets shared more, gets more interaction than any other card.
Interesting.
Any other card. it's just like such a generational card.
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
it's beautiful. None less on eBay. Last sale for it was like 12 grand. Full transparency, I paid 20 grand cash
Oh,
for this card.
okay.
I paid 20 grand cash, just straight hundreds.
I think
And some PayPal.
I think the Kyogre was also like a 20K.
It's worth more now.
Oh my.
It's worth. I don't even want to talk about it because we don't have it yet, but it's definitely worth more. because
I'm
it's
rooting
way
for
more
you.
rare.
I'm rooting for you.
I
But
think-
how does it get a 10, bro? I'm looking at the back.
So think about this, right? The card. Okay, I want to look at the data in a second, but I think there's 808s. No. There's 807s. There's 708s. There's 129s, and there's 2010s.
I
So the
know.
gem rate is impossible. I think the reason why this has a 10, this is my own theory, right?
Yeah.
Is because the grader that had the card looked at it at a different quality control standard
Sure.
than other cards.
Sure.
Because the set sucks. And that card, even though it's beat, it's not that bad. When you look at other copies of the
Interesting.
card, that I would consider that a near mint copy of that card.
That's
sure.
very
I
interesting.
would consider that near mint to mint. I've had so many copies of the card. I study it all the time. I look for gradables. It's never gradable a 10.
Never. So
There has to be a 10. You know what I mean? It has to
Sure.
exist. And I think that because of the fact that the
Wow.
pack is only has 7 cards in it, stuff like that. I think the grader who had it put it on a different quality control standard.
Because
That's
when you
crazy.
look at like the hit rates of the packs,
Yeah.
it's great. It's great.
Yeah, the hit rate's
Literally,
insane.
every blister is like has
If you open a quad blister, you're pretty generally you should be getting 1. Sometimes you get 2.
either Kyogre or
Or
Groudon.
Groudon.
Right.
And the fact that you can the pull rates are that good and the gem rate is still so low just literally shows that it's so
It's
hard.
hard.
to get. Yeah,
It's impossible.
impossible.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
and the front is really clean too.
guys, I'm holding 20K in my hand.
Yes.
Just.
Yes,
it's-
casual down payment on a shitty house.
yeah, man. Yeah, cash with down payment.
Yes, you know.
Thank you, sir.
But beautiful card. Absolutely love it. Just stunning. Here, I'll get it one more time for the camera.
If you have the Kyogre, we are looking for it. So please send the Kyogre our way. Here are 9s.
Here, come here. Show this to the camera. This is how much we believe in Double Crisis and how much we love Double Crisis. Take a look at this.
Damn, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Get that shot in there. Holy moly. Yeah, I know. Like, because I remember distinctively when I had the Japanese and I came to you guys.
Yeah.
And I remember that was like,
What's that?
Watch over here.
that was almost like the beginning. When I came to you guys, you had about like 3 or 4 copies.
Yeah. We had
Um,
like 2 sets.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, I think I can move this for you. How do you feel about the Japanese versus the English?
So Japanese is a lot higher pop. Japanese is like a pop
right.
1,400 each.
Better quality on the card.
Better
Yeah.
quality on the card is different foiling. The
Yeah.
foiling goes over the characters. On this card specifically, the foiling does not go over the characters.
Yeah, you're right.
Which makes it stand out a little bit more. But Japanese is not a bad investment either. I love the card. And I think when people realize how coveted and rare the English is, I think the Japanese will appreciate it as well. Just like
100%.
the set did appreciate to 5K at one point, but it was a blip.
I caught the top, baby.
It was a
I
blip.
caught the top.
Yeah, it's
Remember we
good.
talked about
yes,
this?
Yes, I did.
And then like a month later, I sold it for F5.
Yep. It was
So-
it was a blip in time, and now it's worth like 32, 34.
34, yeah.
Yeah, I think just a lot of money pumped into it at that one moment, and then slowly it just kind of went down. The one thing I will say about it is I've been tracking the Japanese. There's very little listings.
Yeah.
And generally, surprisingly, actually, there's a big debate, especially among our friends, about what's better, the Groudon or Kyogre.
Yeah.
And I've finally convinced this guy that the Groudon is actually the better card.
Interesting. Why is
So-
that?
I said, like-
he has to eat his words, so let him
Yeah.
talk.
Yes,
let him
yes.
talk about it.
Personally, I like Kyogre more as a Pokemon. Hot take, right? A lot of people love Groudon over Kyogre. I like Kyogre. I think the
Fat
whale's
ass
sick.
fucking whale.
I like the whale. I think the whale's cool.
Fucking fat fucking whale. Fat,
But Groudon's a dinosaur.
Stupid
He's
whale.
sick. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
fire breathing dinosaur versus
Yeah.
dumbass whale.
Yeah, well, who wins in a fight though?
Huh? I mean, water beats fire. I
Yeah.
mean, it's,
There you
but
go.
it's not
Then-
fire.
then
It's a
there you
ground
go.
type, but it's a ground type.
Yeah, and guess what? That's even worse.
I know. I get it, bro.
I know.
I get it.
Anyways, yeah, just Kyogre's cool. It's sick. I really do like it. It's still my ultimate grail, but overall, like the Groudon is just like it has a stomp to it. I always say that the Groudon has a stomp to it. You put it on the table, and it literally feels like he's literally stomping his foot on the table.
So what Diego is referring to, the stomp, essentially what he's saying is the card has aura, right? If a card walks up to your table and it gets set down on your table, and you're like, oh shit, this card's crazy.
Yeah.
It's at my table
That's
right now.
the stomp, right?
Stomp.
Like imagine like a card gets set down on your table and then it shoots out dust and then it settles,
If
right?
a Gold Star Ray 10 just like gets set on the table.
Like imagine a Gold Star Ray 10 gets
Yeah.
set on your table. What is it makes a
No,
stomp.
there's a certain like meanness to this, and then the Kyogre, there's like a certain like finesse.
Yeah, it's
to it,
very
right?
like slick.
Yeah,
the
very
Kyogre,
slick.
the Kyogre also has a stomp, but I feel like people recognize the Groudon a lot more, making the Groudon more coveted.
The red just goes hard.
yeah.
The red, like Kyogre is blue and the whole card is blue, but it has like red accents to it. So in my opinion, it like the color palette isn't as good. This palette is like red and gold and orange and pink. It's just
You know what's really fitting, right? Like now that you guys are talking about it, I feel like this card fits the two of you. Like these two cards fits the both
Sigma,
of you
bro.
guys.
It's the Sigma
Like
cards.
it's like the yin and the yang, right? The
Yes.
red and blue. You guys fits together, but it's like very different aura.
Like
Yes.
the Groudon's like the cooler card, but
Yeah.
the what's it called? The Kyogre's the rarer card.
Yes.
So it makes it
I
great Groudon.
agree with you. I like the Kyogre going better.
Thank you.
They don't. These guys don't have
Yeah.
taste. These
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
just don't have taste.
think-
But
But
just too much red in Pokemon.
You just like the stompy.
what I was
not
getting to earlier was that what's it called? The Japanese pair is controlled pretty much by the Groudon.
yeah.
The Groudon is the more rare and the more sought after card in the Japanese pair. So if the Groudon goes up, typically the Kyogre will follow. Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's less listed generally for the Groudon. I don't know why it is, but generally that's just how it goes.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it's because my theory, because I'm talking about Japanese, not English.
Yeah.
It's a little true in English, but not as true. In Japanese, I think the girl on it is more waifu.
Yeah, for sure.
Than-
100%.
than- like the other girl's got, it's got the titties on it,
Yeah.
but the girl on this one is like waifu. It's like very anime-esque.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, but I think the showcase of the female on the Kyogre is more prominent.
Oh, the
Right,
showcase is
'cause-
definitely more prominent, you know?
Like half, top half, like cover, bottom half not cover. Here you go, guys. Like, bam, right? You can see it, right? Like, and then just the placement. It's just so cool.
I love the cards. Beautiful cards. They're generational.
Yeah.
And I think Gen 3
Yeah.
is just like so.
Jesus.
It's just a lot of people's favorite generation. Gen 3 is a lot of people's favorite generation.
Just the fact that you guys have multiple copies of the 9s blows my mind.
Buy your Double Crisis, guys. It's gonna go up. The blisters. Do you know what the blisters are at now?
No.
2K.
No, they're 2.4K.
Oh, okay.
So 4 packs is 2.4K.
Okay.
That means they're $600 a pack,
Yeah.
and they sell too.
Right.
I have a couple quad blisters. Oh my god, I love them. They're so sick.
Man.
They got their little Team Magma or Team Aqua pin in them, and then the 4 packs, and then they have
So,
the.
I mean, they're pretty much guaranteed, which is, I guess, the good part of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. A lot of. So when I actually got mine and I posted on my story, and it was like at the time it was like a $800 blister,
Yeah.
$1,200 blister, something like
Wanted them
that,
to
right?
rip it.
A lot of people wanted to buy it to rip it
Yeah.
because
for
they
sure.
want to pull.
They want to try their luck
They want
on
to pull history, you know?
Right.
Like, bro, you open an EX Deoxys box. EX Deoxys, right? There's Gold Star Ray, Gold Star Latios,
And-
Gold Star Latias. You are pretty much only gonna get 1 Gold Star per case.
Moo.
Per case. That means 1 in every 6 booster box is gonna have a Gold Star, and 1 out of those 3 Gold Stars will be the Ray.
So we're in
Right.
3 cases.
So 1 in every 3 cases you'll pull a Gold Star Ray, and then you have to grade it a 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Double
hard.
Crisis, you just pull the fucking card.
Yeah.
The raw card's like $600 now too. If
Yep.
it's near mint. If it's near mint.
Yeah.
But a lot of people. I think the thing about singles, real quick, just on a quick side tangent, is
Yeah.
that it's very subjective. PSA,
Exactly.
PSA is very like cut and dry.
Baseline.
Like, it's a 9,
Baseline.
it's a 10, or it's an 8. Like, shut up, right? It could be a good 10, and you could control that variable. But singles is purely subjective.
I know.
Conditioning.
That's also the hard part, going back to what we were saying earlier, right? I just don't have the time to debate with somebody coming to my table like, oh, this is now we have like LP plus, near min, minus. I'm like, when
So
did
it's in
we
between
start
the price.
subgrading these things, man? Like, get like,
It's
thing-
getting.
The thing about it is that it's fun. I actually like this. This is a hobby.
yeah.
We do make good money off it, but this is a hobby.
100%.
So it's fun to talk with people about it too. Especially when you're not like abrasive and you're not getting into a heated disagreement, right? You can have a conversation and disagree and not make a sale and
Yeah.
still talk to somebody and make
Yeah.
a connection.
No, that's guys, that's why I really enjoy my guests today. And one of the things that I didn't really get a chance to talk to, but like one of the things that really drawn me to become a fan of you guys is the fact that like when I first met you guys, I was like, man, you guys have like such high-end inventory, right? But your personality is just so chill. You guys are so down to earth, always there to help me when I have questions. Never really like just like oh, I'm better than you kind of personality. So I just want to take a minute to shout out to you guys, man.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Super cool guys, man. If you guys ever see them, I'm a big fan. You guys will learn to love them too. So
See you guys at a show soon.
yeah. All right. What's the next thing you want to?
All right. The my item that I brought, a little bit more of an inside joke to both of us, but I guess I wanted to share that story with you guys.
Yeah.
This is one of the first. This is one of the first slabs we got. And was it LA Gems? That's their company.
LA
right?
Gems.
Shout out LA Gems for selling us this piece. So
Can I see it?
yeah, please. It's you know about One Piece, right?
Yeah, of course.
You enjoy One Piece,
Yeah.
like the show, everything.
I love
So
it.
Whitebeard, my favorite character from One Piece for sure.
Ah.
Whenever I play video games and I'm making a character or anything like that, like I strive to be like Whitebeard because he's just like he's that like old soul kind of strong, like world's strongest, like retiring kind of dude. And he has a very spoilers for One Piece. You guys should already be catched up.
Mute the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, you should if you like he dies in the show, and that's the face he makes when he dies.
Yep.
Right. Like he just looks down at Blackbeard and he's like, he goes through this crazy speech. And if you look at the card, it just looks so realistic and funny.
Yeah.
You'll never see another card that looks like it. It just stands out.
It just stands out. Like as soon as I saw that card, every time we kept going to shows, we just kept talking about like, oh, we got to find that Whitebeard. We got to find that Whitebeard.
We saw it at one show, and then we would see
He had
it
two.
again.
He had two of them.
Yeah,
Wow.
we would see LA Gems multiple times. We'd see him at one show, the next show, and the third show. And just like, we didn't see it for a while.
Yeah,
And
and we
then-
thought it was gone.
And then out of nowhere, it was a Pasadena front row.
I bought it for only $400.
Out of nowhere, I kind of just told Lee, I was like, Lee, do you remember that Blackbeard or the white
Whitebeard.
beard? We call him Blackbeard because the black.
We call
label.
it Blackbeard because of the
Yeah,
black label.
But I just kind of talked to Lee. I was like, yo, you remember that Whitebeard black label we used to see? We don't see it anymore. Like, where did it just disappeared? And then Lee was like, yeah, I wonder where that is. Like, it's
We
just
turn around,
kind of been gone.
it's
Damn.
right there.
Like, literally, it's right there.
And I just buy it on the spot. And that card, like,
Nice.
I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. It's a joke, but it's like we actually did it. Okay, before our shows, before we would go vend, like early in our career, we don't do it as much anymore, which we should.
This is like,
I think he knows
Yeah.
that. Like this is like a godlike figure to us. That's how we view it. You know what I mean?
like genuine.
We would take it out of its case. We would take it out of its
We
case.
polish him
We'd polish it. We'd just take our time, like being silent around it, like a consecrated item.
Yeah.
before a show.
We'd
like,
set
right
it
before
up,
a
and then we'd sit there and we'd pray to it.
Nice, dude.
I'm not even kidding.
That's awesome.
And just because it's like it's just funny. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like a basketball game pregame ritual.
It's
Yes,
a ritual.
yes,
It's
exactly.
A
It's
ritual.
a
It's a
ritual.
pre-show ritual.
Yes, and we would sit there and we'd pray. And honestly, we can only really thank Whitebeard for our good fortunes. And just for the record, I know he's not Blackbeard, but we call it Blackbeard because it's a black label Whitebeard. Right? It's funny. It's for the joke, guys.
That's awesome, man.
But that card just has huge like historic things for us, and you know we thank the luck that Blackbeard has bestowed onto us. Our original like first when we opened our account, our SigmaSellers business
yeah.
account, we only had opened it for one purpose at the time. Our first idea for a reel, and we should have done it, but we just
I
didn't.
still have the videos of it. that
we
never
were going to
posted.
take videos of this card in different locations.
Oh.
And it was gonna be a reel, and it was gonna be like day 1 of posting Blackbeard on my story with like the AI like voice.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then be day 2 of posting Blackbeard on my
Maybe,
story,
like,
and it's not
crazy
even a story.
locations and like just
And we were just gonna post it every day for like ever
Uh.
until like a year, and we were just gonna do that like over and over
Until it
again.
takes off.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
nice,
it just
nice.
because it was funny, it was just funny to us. You know what I
Nice,
mean?
nice.
Like look at his face, bro. I'm gonna show one more time.
absolute monster.
Nice. Good stuff, man.
Why the fuck do you have that in your case, bro?
Hey.
They'd be like, what the fuck?
No, that's the part, man. It's like you guys said, all right? It's a hobby. It's a collection. You collect what you like. I always tell people on this podcast, collect what you enjoy, because for all I know, one day it goes from 10,000 to $1. You still enjoy it.
And I always say that Jar Chomp's like little bio on Instagram is amazing. It's collect what you love and sell the rest. It's I think the entire hobby. Like that's what everyone should follow.
Shout out Jar Chomp.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Shout out Jar Chomp.
And lastly, to wrap up the Blackbeard, unfortunately, he is not for sale.
He will never be
So
for
do not
sale.
try and buy him.
So don't even try to offer us. If you offer us, I will come to your house personally, and I will do unspeakable things to you.
Oh,
Nice.
I guess that too. So be careful.
Awesome. Well, mine's no black beer, but I did have this guy, right? Usually I showcase a card, but as we talked about earlier, this was kind of our first interaction.
Mhm.
And, this is such a cool
Is that
thing.
from Pokemon Center Japan?
No, this is actually, so it's a company called Funism.
Okay.
And I think I want to say it's a Chinese company. And they are officially licensed to
Okay.
make Pokemon
Yeah, I
products.
saw the little Pokemon stamp on the bottom.
And it's phenomenal. These are like,
A
they-
lot of the Chinese product coming out of that's Pokemon affiliated, like officially, has been
superb.
top quality.
Superb.
Like the
Pokemon
plushies,
cards,
the plushies are great.
plushies, that like it's just insane. Like
Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
they
Absolutely
they
stunning.
really put a lot of like money behind it, so which I appreciate. And this, you held this
I
thing.
have one.
It's not flimsy.
Oh,
This thing
no.
is like
Can I see it?
You
yeah,
could throw it
go
at the
for
wall right now and it would survive. Like,
It's pretty cool.
Your wall wouldn't survive, but that thing would survive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we're in a nice house, but
It's such a cool design and it's so unique. You don't really see it every day.
oh, it's beautiful.
So
It has weight to it too.
I mean, it has history between me and him because it's the first thing it's our first deal.
that's right. That's right. So I thought this would be a very fitting for this. And then of course, just for you, I know you're much more of a Gengar fan. So, we got the Fusion Strike booster box here. We just talked about it. Booster box is what these men are collecting.
Gengar VMAX.
And you can't go wrong with, big tongue Gengar.
Yep.
So I picked this up, I think, at the time when I did my first show.
Mhm.
I think this was going Lost Origin, and this was like kind of neck to neck, and
Mhm.
about $400.
Yep.
And then I was like, man, these are super expensive. Crazy me. Wish I would rewind the clock, right? All of a
A lot of
sudden, these
people were
things
saying
hit like
that.
$700-800, and everybody buying up. So
They're at 1,000 now, right?
I think this is like 9 something now. Yeah, 975, close to it.
1,000.
Oh,
It's 1,000 now.
great.
I know
for
that.
me.
I know because I have 2 cases.
Oh,
I have 2 cases.
nice.
Love Fusion Strike. Great set.
Yeah,
Great set.
I think so too.
Second best set of
The Mew's also
Sword
banger
Shield.
card in there.
yeah, undervalued card for sure.
Undervalued.
Undervalued. for
Nobody's
sure.
talking about it right now.
No, you don't see it. You really don't see it. Especially the V. You know, the V where he's walking with like Smeargle and all the other, the Hoopa on the back.
that's-
That one's crazy.
Yeah,
That one's beautiful.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty fitting to have a case because I am also in the long game for booster boxes.
Sword and Shield, baby.
Sword and Shield. I mean, I'm just not crazy enough to buy even older set at like super premium,
Yeah.
and but I'm like, hey, you know what? From now on, every set that's
I mean,
dropped,
look, bro. You look at like an XY box, and then you look at black and white, and black and white sets on average are like $8,000.
Yeah.
Right. XY sets on average are probably like $4,000 to $5,000.
4 or 5.
So if you put those next to each other, it's like, oh, this can really only appreciate like 70%,
yep,
like based on past trajectory. But if you look at Sun and Moon versus Sword and Shield, you can arguably say that some Sword and Shield sets are better, right? There's so much more percentage to be had in the
Yeah.
Sword and Shield sets because on average they're like $600 right now. Of course, that's more, but on average, and then the average Sun and Moon box is like 25. That's a 400% almost.
I
man.
would say the average for Sword and Shield is actually like higher than that.
No, it's still like 600, 700.
Because we
6,
have
7.
Just think about it. It's 6, 7.
Yeah,
It's like
6,
because the only 3 sets that have broken 700 are Lost Origin, Fusion,
Fusion.
and Evolving Skies.
Evolving.
Everything else is sub 500. Those are good buys right now. Chilling Rain, phenomenal.
And Silver Tempest.
Silver Tempest,
Oh
phenomenal.
my God.
Phenomenal.
You know
Phenomenal.
what? A funny story. I had a Destin Rival booster box. I got it on release day. I got it for like $200.
Yep.
And when it hits 310, first thing I did, went to a show. I'm like, hey, can I straight trade this for a Silver Tempest?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want this thing. I'm gonna buy Silver Tempest.
Silver Tempest crazy.
And like within a month, it went up to like, I don't know, what is it like now, 450?
Something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Sword and Shield, Silver Tempest, great. Just all Sword and Shield sets are really good, except for base set.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're a hater, Battle Styles. I don't know.
No,
Battle
no.
Styles. Ugh, yeah, that was. But that's a special set though.
But
There's
it's-
no.
But it's Sleeping Tea
There's
Target.
no booster box,
But that's
right?
it. No, there is a booster.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was it? I don't.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's how bad it is.
No,
It's the most forgotten about set.
Sleeping T-Tar.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Sleeping T-Tar's not bad at all. And
But
people
that-
love Tyranitar.
That carries the set entirely. Though.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
I mean, and the hit rate is completely
Horrible.
abhorrently
Horrible.
trash.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
A lot of Sword and Shields.
Yeah, but at least you can hit like Trainer Gallery or like
That's
there's
true.
2 hits or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or opening Sword and Shield is tough.
I know.
It's tough.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do it.
Let's open it.
No.
Gengar VMAX.
No.
Come
no.
on, bro. Rub the Blackbeard and open the freaking box.
If you reimburse me a box, sure. See, now all of a sudden it's a different.
I'll only reimburse you if you hit. How about that?
Oh man, that's even worse. That's a bounty.
Yeah, but then you double up.
Yeah, I'm not. I ain't a gamble man like that. Anyway, all right, guys. I think that's all the time we have. Thank you so much. I know. I will have you guys back for sure.
Boo.
I will definitely have you guys back. Again, my name is Alan Lee, Pokemon Hero here. And guys, last thing, please tell everybody how do they find you on social media. I know you guys are getting into a lot more content creation, so please shout out to you guys.
And we're SigmaSellers, all one word on Instagram.
SigmaSellers. SigmaSellers. One word. Follow us. And shoot us a message if you found us from this podcast.
Yeah. Fun content, very, very smart guys, as you guys can see. So
We're not that smart though.
nah, you guys are great.
We're
Great
pretty
mind.
stupid.
Hey, that's all that matters. Having fun, man. That's all it does. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're following us, subscribe, like, give us a comment, all of that good stuff. We put in a ton of work. We coordinate with a ton of good guests, and they spend a lot of time. So it's only fair if you guys give show us some love, all right? We'll see you guys on the next episode, all right, guys?
Bye, Double Crisis.
Double Crisis.
Bye, Double Crisis.
Double Crisis. Double Crisis. And if you find a 10, hit him up. He wants it. Paying strong, as you guys can see. All right, guys? And, well, I'll let you showcase the last thing. Let's go. Bam.
SigmaSellers.
Bye, guys. Bye, Double Crisis.
All right, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.